Hello, thank you for watching today's Summit 3. I am Jenny Bennett with Summit Bank.
And I'm Ashley Horner with Summit Bank.
And Ashley Horner is our Senior Vice President and Loan Administrator for SBA and has been a wealth of resource to the bank and to our clients as we navigate through PPP and forgiveness. So we wanted to talk to you a little bit today. There's been several updates as of yesterday and just go over our 3 top questions that we're getting from clients. So question number 1, Ashley, do we have an update on forgiveness for PPP today?
Yes, we do. So yesterday, SBA released 4 new forms to borrowers, actually through lenders, and it was at 5:30 in the morning on yesterday for us on the West Coast. So it's very new. Previously, before the 17th, we had 1 application for forgiveness, and it was referred to as the SBA 3508. And in that 11-page document was instructions and details and rules. And now what the SBA did was, due to the Flexibility Act and some changes to the whole PPP program, they've now brought forth a revised SBA Form 3508, and then a corresponding instruction sheet, and then a new 3508 EZ, and then another corresponding instruction sheet.
Okay, going back to that form, can you tell us what the difference is between the 2 forms?
So the most simple difference is the EZ form, the 3508 EZ, is really a streamlined application for forgiveness. On the very front page of the instructions, there are some boxes, and if you can select one of those boxes, then you qualify to use the form. So if you're an independent contractor or sole prop, this is the form you use. If you didn't reduce anybody's wages, then you can also have the option to use this form as well. When it comes to the FTE calculation, if you didn't reduce wages and you only reduced FTE calculation because of some COVID situation, if it was mandated that you had to change your business practices, then you get to use this form. So it's really going to streamline the forgiveness application process for so many borrowers.
I think that's great news, something our clients will be very excited to learn more about. Our last question today is the whole concept surrounding safe harbor. Originally, that was extremely important to our borrowers when the first 3508 form was released. And the safe harbor, as you know, has now been amended. Can you explain to us what happened there?
Right. So what Jenny's referring to is when we had the original 3508, the safe harbor rule pertained to really the FTE calculation. So if you had 20 employees and during your covered period, you had to let some of them go, if you brought back all 20 employees by either your covered period or the safe harbor date, which was June 30th, 2020, then you didn't have to take a reduction in your forgiveness because of your FTE reduction. You brought it all back by June 30. That was the safe harbor date. Well, then when the Flexibility Act passed, there was some discussion, when's the new safe harbor date going to be? And they actually came out with 2 different variations of the safe harbor date. Number 1 is the safe harbor date is moved to December 30, 2020, or when you make your application for forgiveness. So that's really powerful for borrowers. So if you had brought all your FTEs back by August 13th, then make your application on August 13th, because you can check that you have met the safe harbor requirement for your FTE. The other part that they put in the form and really outlined very well was if your business was impacted due to COVID, and there are some departments that they list, and if you were mandated or there was requirements that yielded you to not have the same business practice, those reduction in FTE that are associated with COVID, they don't count towards that reduction in your forgiveness. So you can ultimately eliminate them, if you will. So it has become a huge opportunity for our borrowers to be able to maximize their forgiveness. I think it's important that borrowers really remember that this is not supposed to be a getcha game, and they're trying not to catch people into making these loans. The 2 new forms with the corresponding instructions really provides an opportunity for our borrowers to really maximize forgiveness. So if you've already started the old form, I know it sounds really painful to even say it, but I would almost kind of step aside from that form and look at these. This will save you so much time, so much headache. And the supporting documentation that you need to provide to your lender is so minimal compared to what was originally going to be required. There's the burden of proof is going to be upon you to make sure you retain your documents for at least 6 years after your forgiveness is provided. So once your loan's forgiven, you got to hold on to all of your stuff for 6 years, whoever you are as the borrower. But it has really, I don't want to say loosened, but relaxed some of the guidelines, and I think it's a great, it will be great for borrowers.
Well, that sounds like really good news that has come out of our SBA yesterday. Another just quick question: where can someone find the form? Will it be on Summit Bank's website?
It will be on the Summit Bank website. We posted it yesterday, both forms plus the instructions. And then we have a Excel workbook that was helping borrowers facilitate the whole FTE calculation and facilitate the salary reduction calculation. And we've pulled that off as of 3:30 on the 18th, but we're going to be putting that back on here probably tomorrow. We wanted to step back and make sure that we addressed all the new rules and all the new details, so that way it really helped our borrowers. So look for that on the website soon too.
Terrific. Ashley, as usual, thank you so much for joining us today on the Summit 3 and for all you're doing on behalf of Summit Bank and the SBA. Thank you.